Okay, so y'all, welcome back to my channel. Some things that I will be doing on my channel are book reports, book reviews, things that I like from the books, because I like to read. I don't read as often as I should, but let's get straight into it. The book that I am reviewing is called The Leader Who Had No Title. I took the cover off the book because it be in the way when I be trying to read, and I like how this looks. Just the book. And this book is by Sharma. And I'm just gonna read y'all some of the notes that I took from the book of the things that I liked that stood out to me. This might be a little lengthy, it might not, but let's get into it. The first one is in an obsessive and ongoing self-education is one of the greatest survival tactics to get through turbulent times. I agree. That was nice. I liked it. The next one is the best people always seem to have the biggest libraries. That makes sense to me. It's like the more you know, you're kind of more knowledgeable a little bit. But I also think sometimes ignorance is bliss. So, being your manager is the least of my dreams. Titles don't interest me at all. Doing my best work is all that matters to me, and I don't need to have any formal authority to do that. Meaning that, like, I'm always gonna do the right thing. It don't matter if I'm the manager, if I'm the janitor, like, I'm gonna do the right thing and I'm gonna stand out no matter what I do. Hence the title, The Leader Who Had No Title. Don't worry, getting lost along your path is a part of finding the path you are meant to be on. Sometimes we need to get off track before we can develop the clarity to be on track. That's true. It's kind of like, I related that message to like kind of the journey that God takes you on through life. Like sometimes this has to go away or this has to go left for something else to go right. So, and I feel so happy because doing great at work is one of the single best tactics to grow full of deep joy. I believe this is like, I've read it before or seen it on a TikTok video or something, but when you achieve a goal or when you do something the correct way, it releases some type of dopamine, like a positive dopamine. Within the covers of a single book are ideas that, if acted upon, have the power to rescript every part of your life. Relentless learning is one of the main traits of an Relentless learning is one of the main traits of an open and powerful person. I agree. Expect more from yourself than anyone around you could ever expect from you. You will never behave in a way that's inconsistent with your self-image. A number of studies have confirmed that it takes about 10,000 hours to become a master at something. Authenticity is about feeling really safe in your own skin and learning to trust yourself so that you work under your values, express your original voice, and be the best you can be. Y'all, reading this is really forcing me to slow down because I'm a really fast talker. So this is helping. Great exercise. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Few things generate as much happiness as knowing you are fully realizing your genius, doing brilliant work, and spending your life beautifully. Learning is the daughter of repetition, meaning that repetition is a powerful teaching tactic. Each of us alone creates the lives we get to live. Do y'all hear that? Each of us alone creates the lives we get to live. Connecting to the fact that you will die one day is a powerful tool to shift your thinking and awaken your inner leader. Because, baby, when it's over, it's over. We don't know what's going to happen after we gone. Like, only God knows. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. That's a quote by Alice Walker. It's impossible to build attribute to success on a foundation of excuses. And critics generally criticize you only because at some level, only and critics generally criticize you only because at some level they care. God, it frightened me to even consider getting to my last few hours and knowing I die without ever having really lived. Innovation always trumps repeating what might have worked in the past. Always remember that if you are not chasing excellence and passionate innovation, mediocrity is already on its way to get you. Definitely keep challenging yourself to see things as you dream of seeing them. Small steps over time generate big results. That's a quote that I seen like a really long time ago that like still stands out to me. I hope my little bitty's not showing. Be so good that people cannot ignore you. And if he ever succumbed to the allure of the ego, which wants us to run our lives by superficial attraction like titles and social status. Jealousy is the tribute that mediocrity pays to genius. Be ferociously humble and vow to yourself to work with the strength of character and the people you most admire. Overall, this book was a really good read, very inspiring. I would recommend it to others. And yeah, those are majority of the things that stood out to me. I also seen I had like page 34 and 35 highlighted on my notes. Let me see what page is. Oh, page 36. Let me read page 36 for y'all because I ain't write it for no reason. Maybe I need to look again too. It says, "Did you write these, Tommy?" "I did, Blake. I did," he repeated softly, wiping his hands with his Mickey Mouse handkerchief. His face looked serious. His voice was clear. "Hell on earth is nothing more than ending up in the first grave. Hell on earth is nothing more than having these 10 regrets fill your heart before you die. Nothing will so destroy your spirit than getting to your deathbed standing amid these 10 conditions. True human heartbreak is reaching your final moments and realizing that you wasted the most important gift that was given to you, the chance to present your magnificence to the world. Here's one of the most important leadership insights I can share with you. Blake, potential unrealized turns to pain. And the really sad thing is that the violence of mediocrity and a life poorly lived creeps up on us. It happens so quietly and ever so invisibly, and then wham, it just tears us apart," he exclaimed, slapping his hands together in a loud clap. One of the big ideas I learned from one of the genius leadership teachers you are about to meet in this one: success is created through the performance of a few small daily disciplines that stack up over time to produce achievements far beyond anything you could have ever planned for. These little success habits are so easy to do each day that most people don't think they'll make a difference, and so they just do them. "So success is actually easy," I spoke, remembering what Tommy had said by restating it. "Anyone can reach success if they consistently do the right things, and these little choices and small behaviors build up over time. I guess it's momentum at play. So eventually, anyone can get to the extraordinary place that seemed impossible to reach when they first started. The process sort of makes me think of a farmer. Seeds get planted, the crops get watered, and the soil gets fertilized. Nothing seems to happen. And yet the farmer doesn't give up. The farmer doesn't run out into the field and start digging to find vegetables." Tommy offered lightheartedly. "The farmer has patience and trusts the process. He just has the faith and deep understanding that through his daily efforts, the harvest will come. And then one day, almost out of nowhere, it does." "You're a smart guy, Blake. Awesome metaphor, my friend. Your dad was right. You've got a ton of potential. Good on you." He applauded happily. "We need to be more like farmers," Tommy repeated to himself. "This one's good," I heard him say under his breath. Not a cloud filled the sky. Birds chirped while the sunlight warmed my face. It really was a great day to be alive. Tommy continued speaking. "Successful people all perform the same few leadership disciplines. They consistently practice the same few fundamentals, but their seemingly small, insignificant daily acts of excellence stack up over time to a best in class career and a world class personal life, which brings us to failure. Failure, on the other hand, is just as easy to slip into. Failure is nothing more than the inevitable outcome of a few small acts of daily neglect performed consistently over time so that they take past the point of no return. I really encourage you to look into this first grave and do some serious soul searching as to how you plan to occur in the world after today. You definitely don't want to end up in the first grave. That would be a tragedy. Yes, I'll agree that meeting here in the cemetery was dramatic, Tommy admitted, but I needed to provoke you, to get to you, to move you into a place where you throw down your blinders, let go of your excuses, and have a good hard look at yourself. Connecting to the fact that you will die one day is a powerful tool to shift your thinking and awaken your inner leader. And I think that is very true. That's all I have for this book. I will be back for the next book that I'm reading. Is called Only If I Had Told Her.